Hi, I'm Max Brantley with the Arkansas Times on Wednesday, November 4th. If you're of the liberal persuasion, you might as well turn it off right now. The University of Arkansas poll is out, and it confirms what you might have thought. We live in a very conservative state. It's getting more conservative. A growing number of people consider themselves Republican or leaning in that direction. A solid majority say they'll vote for a Republican in the next presidential election. They like the job Asa Hutchinson's doing. They'd favor open carry of firearms. They love the death penalty. A growing number oppose easier rules on abortion. Gee, I don't know where to stop. The good news, if you're looking for any, is that a solid 2/3 of the 800 people surveyed said they're in favor of medical marijuana. So we can get that passed. We can toke up to ease our anxiety, perhaps. Last night, the Little Rock City Board of Directors held a long hearing, standing room only, huge crowd, over the $600 million plan to widen Interstate 30 downtown. There's a tremendous amount of neighborhood opposition, but frankly, among city board leaders, the old ethos of building freeways must be good seems to hold a great deal of strength with a lot of people. The Highway Department, frankly, doesn't seem much in mind to make many changes in its plan, although they say they're amenable. I think the 2nd Street connector to Highway 10 likely will go away, but not much else is going to change if the Highway Department is left to their own devices. What's been absent from this planning process from the beginning 18 months ago is a combination of highway planning and urban planning. That was missing then, it's missing now. It may be too late, but there needs to be an urban planner in here that looks at how you plan highways to meld with the community and not destroy them and not merely move traffic through faster. MetroPlan is meeting today on the plan, but MetroPlan is a regional agency, and a lot of people out in the suburbs really don't care what happens in Little Rock, so I don't have much hope there. A special judge held a hearing in Hot Springs today on whether 911 calls that were made in July about the death of an 18-month-old child from heat exposure in a car. He was the son of a Hot Springs circuit judge, should be released to the public. He said he hopes to make a decision by tomorrow. The police are trying to withhold the tapes for now because they say they reflect on the investigation, which is still underway. A special prosecutor hasn't decided whether any charges are merited in the death. It's believed to be an accident, but there could be a negligence charge arising from it. Asa Hutchinson has found another state job for yet another former Republican politician, one who couldn't get elected to the legislature. John Park, a Little Rock businessman, is going to be in charge of the integrity unit of the Medicaid division to look for people improperly getting Medicaid. The state hasn't yet fixed up the system of throwing people improperly off Medicaid for failing to meet their very difficult and poorly managed eligibility verification process. I'd suggest that needs more attention quicker than looking after cheats, because we've had 50,000 people thrown off who perhaps shouldn't have been. Baker Curris, the superintendent of Little Rock School District, gave a speech to Rotary yesterday, and it was kind of a clarion call to action to the business community. If the Little Rock schools are left to be only the place where special ed kids go and kids who speak English as a second language and kids who are deeply impoverished, the schools are going to fail. The school system will look like those in failing cities like Detroit, St. Louis, and elsewhere. It's time to get behind all the schools, he says. If the better students and better families continue to be drained off to private schools and charter schools, the results won't be pretty. Anybody that thinks that we'll have a growing city with a decayed school district is probably mistaken. Curris has a plan to straighten out the district, close some small inefficient schools, and do some combination, but it's going to take a community-wide effort, not just one smart superintendent. Elections last night were depressing all over. Republicans made great gains just about everywhere. Very few elections lift the heart up. Houston voters were spooked by the man and the woman's bathroom argument and defeated a civil rights ordinance for gay people. One Colorado city did boot out some school board members who didn't want to have history be an accurate recounting of some of the bad parts of U.S. history, but that was about it for last night. Bad news all over. Mary Bentley, the state representative from Perryville, who made some threatening remarks to a game and fish officer who accompanied a Forest Service officer attempting to serve some summonses on her husband over potential violent wildlife violations in the Ouachita National Forest, still isn't talking about it. Neither is he. The State Ethics Commission director points out that trying to use your position to unduly influence someone can be considered an ethical violation. Perhaps there'll be more to be heard about this. On a somewhat lighter note, the Times, Arkansas Times that is, has started Catfishing Company. It's a gift site, website where you can buy stuff with our names on it. Old magazines, books, t-shirts, some funny, some just nice historical artifacts. Go to catfish.com and stock up for Christmas with Arkansas Times gear. We'd appreciate it. I'm Max Brantley. I'll be back tomorrow.
You feel it in your heart. The spirit of Little Rock. We've had that spirit since 1927, helping build our city by producing decades of leaders in the heart of our state. We are the heart of business and innovation, the heart of politics and government, the heart of arts and culture, and in our city beats the heart of a Trojan. UALR, we are Little Rock's team and Little Rock's University.